Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight we bring to you the Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws 410 Craftsman Sprint Car Series live from the Lanier National Speedway. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us wherever you're watching from around the world. We get set for race number 1 to come up in just a moment as practice starts to come down on a close. Then we get set into group qualifying. We take the top 24 drivers. Seems as though there's only 19 in the pits, so all 19 will make it into tonight's main event. It'll be twin 40s around Lanier. So under the bright shiny skies here at Lanier, the sun is beaming down on the racetrack. Race number 2 where we ran under the lights. And race number 2 will also be a 40-lap main event. The Australian Craig Dunn, a feature winner here with the Dirty Old Bastards. In fact, I believe going into tonight's third or last round, there's not many points. I think 19 or 20 points separating our top point scorers. And I believe that's Tyler Henselman and just waiting on the other cars, I think Chris Roberts as well, one of those drivers. So we're going to have a look at some of these guys and their times. So see the black 22 of Jason Nygaard rolling out onto the racetrack. So it looks like there's going to be 4 cars in group number 1. So in the Cat Diesel Power 222, it's going to be Weston Newell. In car number 22, it's going to be Jason Nygaard, Alan Samel. In car 73 in the 057, it's going to be Craig Dunn. Qualifying underway. Each driver has 2 laps. Who will start on pole position? As it's going to be Weston Newell, the first of 4 cars in group number 1. In fact, no time for Weston Newell on his opening lap. Jason Nygaard will go with a 13.148. Oh, Alan Samel gets a little bit balked there with a 13.003. Weston Newell, can he go quick time? No. Craig Dunn with a 20.632. Craig Dunn 12.988. So the first driver into the sub 12 second bracket. Yeah, tonight Alan Samel 13.003. Jason Nygaard 13.148, and Weston Newell with a 25.943. So I dare say that he will start from the back of the pack and look to make his way through the field tonight. So waiting on the cars to come out of pit road, and it's just a horrible camera here. So in car number 93, it's going to be Chris Roberts. Next down on the racetrack in car 64, it's Drew Neal. As the 005 in the Merrick Racing Caneric Healthcare car, it's going to be Brandon Steele, I believe. Yes, it is Brandon Steele in the 005. So the third car in group number 2, and we are underway for qualifying group number 2. Chris Roberts gets the green flag. What sort of lap time is Roberts going to run here? In the 93, Chris Roberts goes second quick with a 12.737. Drew Neal quick time 12.717. Brandon Steele yet to lay down a solid lap with a 21.17. And how about Chris Roberts, position number 1, a 12.580. Brandon Steele, position number 3, 12.796. And the second group of guys were quicker. But how about the number 93 on screen? Chris Roberts with a 12.580. So waiting for a couple more cars. Tyson Landis in car number 31 on the racetrack. In the 127, it's Stephen Hill. And in the 090, I believe that was Trevor Royer. In that Jurassic Park 090. Driver's been told to wind it up. And they get the green flag off turn number 4. So in that CNC Designs car, it's Tyson Landis to lay down a time of 13.288. Stephen Hill 13.003 and Trevor Royer 12.779. Royer by far the fastest car out of this group. And Trevor Royer jumps up to position number 2 with a 12.655. Stephen Hill 12.910 up to position 5. And Tyson Landis in that 31 in 9th place. So the 97 Mopar entry of Matthew Henniger. Will be the first car on the racetrack. It's empty. Tyler Henselman in car number 21. And in the number 10, the Canaric Health, or the Canaric Healthcare America Racing Custom Wheels, it's going to be Corey Cosboth. So first lap time for the 97 entry, the blue and white Mopar machine. First lap time, here we go. Position number 10 for Matthew Henniger. Tyler Henselman 4th quick with a 12.777. Corey Cosboth 12th quick. Henselman, can he go quicker on lap number 2? Looking better than a 12.777? No. Matthew Henniger 13.185 stays position number 10. And Cosboth round in position at number 12. All the way front, both laps. Yeah, it's a bad deal. So rolling out from pit lane here in just a couple of moments. It's going to be the 39 of Jimmy Prakash. In the car number 15, the SGR, Kyle Tesma. And in the Snap-on Tools, car number 8, Joshua Secor. What kind of lap times are we going to see, or what kind of positions as we get towards the end of qualifying? Alright, 16 drivers officially take a time. Jimmy Prakash 15th quick, make that 13th quick. Kyle Tesma 14th, and Joshua Core in position number 15. Prakash on his second lap. Can he go better? He goes to position 13. Tesman back to 15th, and Joshua Secor. Excuse me, Joshua Secor stayed 14th quick. And these should be the last couple of cars to come out. So this will be the 19 cars, the final group of qualifying. Already waiting on the racetrack in the 120 is Todd Brand. Or Brandt. In the 53, it's going to be Tom Prakash. And in the 45 of the Pennzoil, it's going to be Robert Scott. So the last group of qualifying here, live on Ultimate TV. Next week, the penultimate round of the series. Then the week after, it will be the grand finale. Tom Prakash, 18, make that 13th quick. Robert Scott goes to position number 11. Tom Prakash in position 14. Todd Brand, position 18. As that will conclude qualifying here. And now we just wait for the officials to roll it over from qualifying, and then we get set into tonight's 40-lap main event. As we will wait for the cars to get on track for this one. So race number 2, what happens after this one? After this one, the session gets launched at about 10 past the hour. And then we'll obviously take a break from race number 1. We'll shut the stream down. We'll reopen up a new stream. Everybody on the same page. So hit that subscribe button. Be notified when Ultimate Dirt TV goes live. At the moment, we're doing quite a few leagues throughout the week. Plenty more to come as well. And yeah, we shut the stream down. We start up a new one again as the pace car is now on the racetrack, and we get set for tonight's starting grid. Starting on the pole in car number 93, it's going to be Chris Roberts. To his outside, the 090 of Trevor Royer. Inside, row number 2, the 64 of Drew Neal, lining up alongside the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Brandon Steele in the 005 out of position 5, and Stephen Hill in car number 127 starts out of position number 6. Craig Dunn inside row number 4 alongside Alan Samel in car number 73 out of position number 8. Position 9, the 22 of Jason Nygaard lines up alongside the number 97 of Matthew Henninger. Robert Scott, car 45, lines up alongside Tyson Landis in row 6. Row number 7 on the inside. In car number 10, it's Corey Cosboth alongside Tom Prakash. Jimmy Prakash and Joshua Secor. Row 8, row 9, Kyle Tesma and Todd Brand. And Weston Newell inside row number 10, all by his Larry Lonesome. So we get set here for 40 laps on the board. Yellow flags do not count. So we'll see up the top left where it's just got lap 1 and so forth. That's how many is complete. Each time there is a caution, they add 3 laps to the race distance as we get set. The green is out and Roberts leads us underway. Leads us down into 1 and 2. Royer up top. 3 wide. Henselman through the middle with Brandon Steele. They make contact. Brandon Steele. Wow. 4 wide for a moment in turns 3 and 4. Corey Cosboth. Oh, we got Brandon Steele around. Matthew Henninger upside down. Jimmy Prakash. Sorry, Tom Prakash. Joshua Secor. Brandon Steele upside down. He gets that car going as the guys roll through turns 1 and 2. So Joshua Secor back on the tow truck along with Tom Prakash in car number 53. I think the 97 of Matthew Henninger got that car going again, Brandon Steele. May not want to go inside a pit road at the moment. There might be a little bit too much damage on that race car. But you'll see the white flag at lap number 43. Brandon Steele gets a wave around the pace truck. But Chris Roberts, your early race leader from Drew Neal, Trevor Royer in third. Fourth is Tyler Henselman, Stephen Hill, Craig Dunn rounding out your top six. And we go to Alan Smell, Scott Nygaard, Landis, Newell and Cosboth. We are back underway here at Lanier National Speedway. Royer looking to the outside of Newell. Now he goes up top. Stephen Hill caught the outside wall big time there. Going into turn number 3. Newell staying on the low side of the racetrack at both ends. Here comes Royer to the top side. All four wheels over that, over the slick, and trying to gain the momentum down the back straight away. Roberts still your race leader. Roberts continuing to lead. Neal slides up the racetrack and they go side by side. I'm pretty sure Royer had it at the line. He did on that previous lap. Royer had to come up to Neal, sorry, had to come up towards the top side of the racetrack. There was a lap car down low. Slider by Neal, not going to happen. He can't clear the 090 of Trevor Royer. As we watch Chris Roberts now just for a couple of laps out in front, what it's like to run around in that number 93. A couple of cars back in pit road, and this is your battle for fourth on the racetrack. And look at the 222 of Western Newell making his way towards the top 5 positions at the moment. In fact, I believe he's got himself up into position number 4 actually. Drew Neal falling back to 5th. Now here comes Trevor Royer working the low side after running the top side for the first 10 to 12 laps. He's now going to the bottom, but goes back to the top in 3 and 4, and Roberts needed to make quick work. Roberts and Royer side by side into turn number 3. Roberts on the high side, very unusual to see him up there. He normally loves a good bottom side of a racetrack. He's making it work right now, top and bottom. Just trying to find out what's going to work for that number 93. Wow, Royer in a bit of trouble there. He has lost a ton of ground to that number 93. Still holding down that second place on the racetrack though. Tyler Henselman trying to get back by the 222 of Western Newell. Western Newell up to position number 3. And it's certainly been a classy drive. You just know that he would have been disappointed to not have realistically a qualifying lap time.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, yellow is out. This is going to bunch the field back up. And with the field bunched, No lap cars in between our top 5. This is Joshua Cord, Jim Prakash, Matthew Henniger, Jason Nygaard, Brandon Steele, all those guys back in pit road. There's the drivers line up behind the iRacing official pace truck. We're going to have about 20 laps to go, so we've already completed nearly a half race distance here. So, white flag, lap 46, we'll get confirmation from the race official.
One to green, guys, tighten up, single foul, white flag, lap 46, we're halfway home, 20 down, 20 to go.
You heard it first from the race officials, 20 down, 20 laps to go. Ken Roberts, can he hang on for a win here in the Dirty Old Bastards as he looks to reclaim his championship that he lost last season to yours truly. Western Newell on the outside immediately takes over second and now goes to the low side in 3 and 4, looking to pick up 2 spots and the race lead in a matter of a lap. Oh, we got a car around on the front stretch. They may have kept it going. No, yellow just as Newell got to the inside of Robertson. He may have just shown his hand a little too early. That was close. But what a race and what a drive from that 222. From dead last, position 19, up to position number 2. You know damn well that he's going to be quite ecstatic about that drive if he can pull off the race win. So the lights go out on the pace truck, it'll be white flag. Lap number 49. Alright, tighten up.
On the green, guys, tighten up, single foul, white flag, lap 49.
So can Western Newell, can he get to the race lead? He's got about 18 laps to do it. You gotta ask yourself, do you go?
Green flag, green flag.
So Royer back to the inside of Newell. But Newell going to slide up and get the run coming off turn number 2 into 3 and 4 they go. And here comes Robertson Royer to the outside. The lead that lap was Western Newell. Newell went to the bottom and he's going to keep it pinned on the low side of the racetrack. Newell on the bottom, Roberts up top, Royer down low. Then you got Drew Neal, Tyler Henselman, and Stephen Hill saying you're one of these 6 cars can potentially take out this feature event. Oh, Stephen Hill upside down in turns 1 and 2 in the 127 by himself on the back of a tow truck. I believe that's our 4th caution of the night, so we white flag lap 52. So Stephen Hill's car on the back of the wrecker as we watch Western Newell from last to first. And isn't this just an impressive drive? Your top 3, Western Newell, Chris Roberts and Royer. So, white flag, lap number 52. We get confirmation from a race official. Oh, Western Newell down the back straight away. Drivers cannot go until the green flag has been displayed. Roberts eagerly awaiting the anticipation from Roberts. So slider line here from Western Newell. Runs the low side in 3 and 4 and does so nice and smooth as well. Roberts back to the high side of the racetrack. Newell dominating displays so far. I think we've got about 12 to run after the 4 cautions so far. Roberts continuing to work that outside wall, as now he goes to the low side and tries to make friends with that one. How about the battle on for third here between Royer and Neal? That is a great side, well, that was a great side-by-side battle with Royer. Jumps up into position number 3. So high 3 and 4, low 1 and 2. A nice little battle going on behind him as well. You got the 10 of Corey Koss both battling the 31 of Tyson Landis. Craig Dunn involved in that battle as well. Todd Brand in that green machine. So the guys, I'm assuming they got damage on their race cars. And here comes Royer on the outside with no front wing. It looks like that is helping that car to stay glued on the top side of the racetrack. Now has a front wing. Royer to the outside on Robertson, now looking for the race lead. He takes over the race lead. How about Trevor Royer in the 090, goes from third to first, working the extreme top side of the racetrack. Now Western Newell, you got your work cut out to try and chase down the race leader. Who's got balls enough to steal to go up there and chase it down? 2 laps to run for race number 1 of the series. We're looking through some of the guys on racetrack.
White flag.
As Cable was having a bit of a mental breakdown there. And Trevor Royer picks up the win.
Nice job there, Trevor.
What a drive from Trevor Royer. Western Newell second, Chris Roberts in third. And let's see if we can't. Trevor Royer not there, Western Newell not there, and Chris Roberts is. And we'll see if we can't get a chat with our top 3. But man, what a drive from the 090. Making it move, making it work on the high side of the racetrack. And let's bring him up. I'm going to chat to our third place finisher, Chris Roberts. Chris, you led there for a couple of laps at the start, then Western got by, but man, Trevor Royer, the outside, it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, that's he definitely caught me and Weston sleeping. We got into a good battle there with each other, and I knew if I could stay with Weston on the, stay to his door through 3 and 4, I could rim ride it and beat him to the line. But I needed to get a good run out of 2 to do it, and I went to the bottom, started running that better than he was, but then I had to check up a little bit for him, and yeah, then Trevor, he found the outside to both of us, and around he went. But man, that was a great race. That track was it was slick, but man, Lanier is always fun, no matter what.
It seems to be the track that everyone sort of goes to put on a show. But hey, man, you were trying to knock down that wall a couple of times, sort of when you were leading, and you were going to the bottom in at one end of the racetrack and top the other. Was that sort of the? Were you just trying to search around, try and find a nice fast groove, or what was the go there?
No, I basically ran the same line I ran Tuesday night in race one. We had I think the temperature and all that was a little bit different, but the wind was about the same. So bottom through 1 and 2, it was there the first, I'd say, half of the race, something like that. 3 and 4 was the way to go up high, and then the bottom started fading. So after Weston got by me, I just had to search around. There was a little patch in the middle, almost to the top, in 1 and 2 there. I was trying to hit that, but turn 2, I don't think any of us were hardly on the throttle at all. I was about half throttle, if that, and then I'd throw that rear right in the cushion down the straightaway and gun it, and I was basically flat out through 3 and 4.
Well, you pick up a third place finish here in race number 1. Race number 2 coming up at about 10 past the hour, so in about 20 minutes, and you're almost starting to pull away in the championship lead. How crucial is it just to take it one race at a time?
Oh yeah, that's points mean everything, man. That's the last time I checked about 2-3 weeks ago, taking away the worst 4 between me and Tyler, and he actually had like a 4-point lead. So them drops are going to play havoc on it. I do know that he unfortunately has business that he has to go to in Florida for the final week. So I might get lucky, as long as I don't have no bad races. I should get lucky there, but I mean, if I have 2 bad races between now and the end of the season, it's still anybody's ball game.
All right, man. Well done on 3rd place, and why don't you give a shout out to some sponsors while we got you here?
Yeah, Dirty Old Bastards, as always, guys. If you're watching, you see how great the racing is. So you're more than welcome to come join. Unfortunately, I'll not be accepting anybody after tonight for the rest of the season. That way, just the points battles can finish with the guys who've been running with us. But more than welcome to apply, and I'll get you in week 13. DTB, the team, we had 2 cars, I think, top 5 there. You, Brett, as always, with Ultimate Dirt TV. And, of course, Blue Sphere, who's come on with trophies for the 360 410 champion this season. And they've come on to broadcast, and, cover the broadcasting and trophies and all the races for next season as well for the 360s and 410s.
All right, man. Well, look, well done on 3rd place, and we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes for race number 2.
Sounds good, Brett. Hopefully I can talk to you again.
All right, there we have it. Chris Roberts coming home in 3rd place. Coming home in 2nd is the 222. Started all the way at the back of the pack is Weston Ewan. Weston, I thought you had it there at one stage. You got to the race lead after driving coming through the field, but I guess you sort of got pipped at the last couple of laps there by Trevor Royer.
Yeah, to be honest, I really thought I had it too. That last restart, I just couldn't get the wheels to stay underneath my car, and credit to Trevor, he found that high line and had the balls to make it work. So,
I mean, how tough was it, to come through the field and avoid, some of the slower cars that that don't sort of have the setup or the speed, as you do.
That's the nice thing about the Dirty Old Bastards League, and one of the great reasons to run with them. They got talent from top to bottom. Sure, some of the drivers might be a little bit off pace, but for the most part, they all hold their lane. I just kind of tried to run where they weren't, honestly. I passed a lot of cars. I wasn't really paying attention to who I was passing or what they were doing. I was just trying to get to the front.
Oh, man, you got to the front. You got to the lead there at one stage, but, you come over the 2nd place. It's a good drive nonetheless, but hey, race number 2 coming up shortly, and I'm sure we'll see you in that one. But you got any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, thanks. First, obviously, Ultimate Dirt TV. You guys for doing this every week. You do a good job, Brett. Dirty Old Bastards for hosting everything. Fragile Minds Racing, Fast Time Racing, John, Chris, all the guys at PA Posse. Craig Dunn, Drew Neal, 1X Designs. Thanks a lot, guys.
There we have it. Western Newell coming home in second place tonight. That will conclude race number 1 here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series at Lanier. So what happens from here? Race number 2, the session will launch at 10 past the next hour. So we're about 15 minutes. So in about 25 minutes, we are going to be coming back live rather than having a break in between, or a long 25-minute break in between a 1 hour stream. We cut it short and we broadcast race number 1 separate to race number 2. So feel free to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, Ultimate Dirt TV. Check out the Dirty Old Bastards on Facebook as well. Give us a like, and we'll see you back here for race number 2 live here on Ultimate Dirt TV.